Hey guys, welcome to episode 2 of the podcast. Before we start, just having issues with my mic again in OBS. This time I'm too loud. Like last week I was too quiet. For some reason, I don't know, OBS is not properly adjusting my levels, even though my mic was at like 70% or something like that. But either way, this was a really fun podcast. We watched Upload, the new show, and we had a lot of fun. So, in the beginning, we kind of talk about the show and some interesting news. It was a big news day for film, or news week, I guess, in general. And so we talked about that. But if, like last week, if you don't want to be listen to that discussion, I'll leave a timestamp of when the show starts, and you can start watching it. For this week, I'm putting a stopwatch thing so you can perfectly sync up your episode to ours. So yeah, enjoy, and we'll talk to you later.
Oh, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Watch It With Us podcast. We're your hosts. I'm Rob.
What's up? I'm Ryan. You guys know me.
Hey Nick, you alive? Matt.
No, I was waiting for you.
I, I start with most
Two idiots on the right. No, I'm kidding. All right. We are watching Upload in today's episode, season 1, episode 1. This was a show that I think a lot of us were excited to see. It's the same creator of The Office, Greg Daniels, and it's cool. It's a sci-fi comedy, and so if you guys are wondering about the premise, because we haven't talked about it yet, it's so like in 2033, humans can upload themselves to like this virtual world, like in afterlife after they die, and so the main character he dies prematurely, and then he's uploaded to a higher tier of the afterlife. Um, so yeah, and it's gonna follow his story, and he's gonna think about he's gonna figure out whether he wants to live in his world or not, and it's gonna be pretty funny. Sci-fi comedy, yeah. Very excited. So I know Rob has some news.
Yep. As of May 21st, 2020, that's the news coming at you. And a quick react, we have the Zack Snyder Cut finally being released on HBO Max. Personally, I'm
That's
very
pretty
happy
awesome.
this is getting released. I didn't see I didn't see the Justice League in theaters. I wasn't too hyped for it. I didn't like how they handled that whole situation, but I'm glad to see Zack Snyder finally getting his cut. I'm probably gonna go for an HBO Max subscription for this. What do you all think?
I'm definitely excited for that. I remember seeing something about that earlier today, and I didn't know it was HBO Max though, so that's gonna be pretty cool. But probably gonna just get the trial and watch that. But I'm excited for it. The When it came out in theaters, I wasn't too excited to. I wish they explored more of the heroes that they were gonna have. But yeah, I'm hoping that the Snyder Cut will be a lot more entertaining.
I mean, it can't be worse, can it?
Definitely not. No, can't be.
And just
You
because
mean
we
like-
said that, it's automatically worse.
You mean like Batman v Superman worse, or
I don't think so. I don't think it'll be that bad.
I think that film mainly just had what was it? I think I really. In retrospect, I don't think that film was as bad as people made it out to be.
It had some good parts,
I enjoyed it.
yeah.
You know, it was dumb fun, and I'm okay with that. The only thing that I can really give it sharp criticism for is the Martha.
Yeah, that was so funny.
I
Oh
would
my
say
God.
spoiler warning, but it's been 4 years.
It's
since
been
this
4
thing
years,
came out,
yeah.
Yeah,
so-
we're past the spoiler.
Wait, so
warning,
so I have a funny story about that movie. So this was my freshman year of college, and my friends and I went to our cinema on campus, and like it was like there were a lot of people there, and it was just so poorly run that like the audio was like 2 seconds ahead, and then all of a sudden, like in the middle of the movie, like all the lights turn on in the theater. It was like, what the hell? Like, who's running this shit? Like, it's not that
College
hard. You
students.
press play, you turn off the lights. It's 2 switches.
God, that reminds me of the when I went to go see the Pokemon movie.
Mm.
They left the lights on for the first 5 minutes of the movie, and everyone in the theater's like, "What the frick is going on?" And then some employee was like, snap!" Ran, slammed all the lights down. Also, I experienced the same thing when I was watching. God, what was that Taika Waititi movie? It was Jojo
Thor?
Rabbit.
Oh,
The
Jojo
audio
Rabbit.
was like bubbly for some reason. I don't know.
I gotta see Jojo Rabbit. I heard it was really good.
Oh, it was really good. I really
Oh my
enjoyed
God,
it.
that's the
You will
movie.
cry. You will almost cry, if not almost cry at one.
That's
Otherwise,
good.
Fantastic movie.
Nice.
And for our final piece of news, drive-in movie theaters are popping back up again in New Jersey. They've been around. They've been around, obviously small, but the main one being is Delsey Drive-In in Vineland. Who's, for those who don't know, their New Jersey is South Jersey.
It's South Jersey. It's
Uh,
pretty far from me, I think.
But there's a couple other places that have them.
Oh, there are.
One is actually by me, but we got Berkeley Brick, Jackson, Hillsdale, Northvale, Sayreville, and Vineland.
Oh, Sayreville's pretty close to me.
Watch as Ryan casually doxes himself.
Oh, shit, yeah. No, never mind. Sayreville, Jersey is really far from me, guys. I
Yeah,
don't live
it's
anywhere.
super
Yeah,
far from it.
I don't know where New Jersey is. I've never lived here before.
Well, at this point, if because this is my channel, my films are up here. I'm sure they like if people
I'm
were
still-
watching my videos, they would know. If
still
anyone's
coming
out
to
there
your
watching, hello, leave a comment
Yeah.
if you're watching.
Yeah, please comment.
Like,
Post your
subscribe.
social security number.
No, no.
I'm really excited about drive-in movie theaters because I'm an old-fashioned kind of hipster trash type person, and I think that there's a great opportunity for these things to return because they neatly fit in the whole social distancing policy. In some ways, they're more convenient than regular movie theaters, and I think
It's summer
might
too.
actually-
It's gonna
Yeah,
be
and I think they're actually cheaper to operate than regular old-fashioned theaters. But I don't actually know what the economics of theaters are. I know that a lot of the money goes into paying the
The,
licensing.
I mean, I'm
The
glad
only-
to see. Sorry,
the-
Ryan, you go first.
The only concern I have in terms of driving theaters is just the audio. Like, it's not gonna be that great because it's gonna use your car audio or they might have a speaker on the side or something on both sides.
Yeah, but
I'm
I
not too
mean,
excited about that.
the novelty is pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's kind of like one of those things where it's technically not necessarily the best possible cinema experience because it just isn't. But on the other hand, it's really convenient
Mhm.
and it's old fashioned as hell. And people buy records I buy records for God's sakes. Records, cassette tape. I own a freaking Walkman. It's cool. And that's not even getting into me talking about my film photography, but like, I'm excited. I think this is a really cool thing, and I think it might be a trend. I think if I had to guess, it'll probably be like a 5-year fad or something like that. Because,
Mhm.
well, remember frozen yogurt shops?
Yep.
Yeah, those things were all over the place. For like, I had one down the road from me. I had one a little far. Like it was crazy how many frozen yogurt places there were, and then they just kind of stopped.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm just happy to finally see like something. It's something to get people to go outside,
Yeah.
and safely go out in this quarantine and do something. I think this is kind of like this is kind of very much a perfect time for them to move up, try to reestablish some drive-in theaters. Who knows? Some of these might stick around, and it might pick back up again. I mean, I'm personally excited to just go to see a movie, not on my TV screen, and go see it on a big screen.
Dude, it'd be great. Get like a pickup truck and throw a blanket in the back. Get all your friends in there.
Better yet, get air mattress to the pickup truck or any backseat of the car.
Yeah.
Starry night.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna. I'm hyped. Maybe we'll bring back bowling too.
I love
But
bowling.
It hasn't exactly died down. It's still a sport.
Yeah, I go bowling a lot, especially around Rutgers. There are a lot of cool places to go.
So like, I guess if we all get like 100 likes on this video, do we try to go to a drive-in theater then? Is that the plan?
We're not gonna
I'm
get
gonna
100
go
likes.
regardless of the like.
Yeah,
I'm just saying
yeah, but
right
we
now.
should try to do an episode while we're at the drive-in.
Oh, that'll
theater.
be pretty. Yeah, that'll be pretty cool. We could do that.
That would be cool, right?
Yeah.
I
think
think we should put that as a stretch goal for anyone watching us. So yeah, 100 likes, let's say, gets people involved, subscribe, all that other some such. I mean, I know this is not my channel, but
Again,
Yeah.
I'm going regardless. So
yeah, I mean, I am too. Like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go no matter what. I mean, I don't have a girlfriend, which kind of makes things a little awkward. But hey, it'll be me and my waifu pillow.
going. Okay. I'm gonna just say it. You and a body pillow. Just
It
That's-
serves as your waifu and your pillow. Why the fuck wouldn't you bring it?
But we're all single at the moment, right?
But I mean,
Well, now-
I'm gonna go by myself. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna go. I'll sit.
Yeah,
on
but
the
like
roof of my
going to a
car.
movie theater by yourself is. I mean, yeah. To be fair, last time I went to the movies by myself was to go see Endgame, and that was a lot of fun. So I shouldn't speak on that.
I mean, here's the thing. It's depending who, for me at least, it's depending who I see a movie with. If I see it with somebody who respects the fact that I like when I'm in a movie theater, because if you're watching at home, you can talk a little bit, and I'm fine with. You can talk, maybe not too much, but like you can talk to your friends stuff. But when you're in a movie theater, if you understand for the fact that like, unless it's an emergency, you shut up, then I'm fine with it. No, I'm completely content with like it's gonna be a good time basically if I come with you if we go together and we watch it.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like going by myself. It's a nice little getaway thing. I just sit there in the
Yeah,
movie theater, no shame. I've had some good experiences.
Oh, I've
with
seen
just
movies by myself before, definitely.
Yeah,
don't
I mean
mind
that'd be. Yeah, I mean it'll be fun. I really hope these things stay open. I really hope that we actually get to go outside at some point. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so we got another. By the clock, it looks like we got another 5 minutes or so in the lead-in. Do we want to switch over to?
We have
talking about
7
what
minutes
we're
and
gonna-
50 seconds left.
Alright.
Rob, you had some more news, didn't you?
That was it. That's the 3 articles for crediting sources. The first 2, I forgot to talk. We talked about this, right? The Tenant new
Well,
movie
the Tenet
trailer.
Fortnite, we
Oh,
mentioned
yeah,
it
that was the
half,
thing,
but I
yeah.
don't think we got into
Yeah.
depth about it.
Well, just quick topic. Talk about it. The Tenet, the movie trailer, the new Christopher Nolan film, is appearing tonight on Fortnite. So
Which is pretty awesome.
yeah,
Or
I think this is going to be the new way of just having events and concerts. Probably going to be through games like Fortnite. We're seeing it with I think it was Travis Scott had a concert, which I saw
I
a
was gonna
video
say.
of that, and I was like, oh, that's actually interesting.
mm-hmm.
So I want to see where this goes. Will this continue to be a trend? I don't know, but I think this is going to be something interesting to watch. I personally just can't wait to see the trailer in general.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know.
mean, I think it'll be. It's an interesting trend. I mean, I think it's kind of cool in its own sort of way. I don't personally have any qualms against Fortnite or good or bad or whatever. It's kind of interesting that people tried this in the past and didn't really succeed, and it took a situation like this to actually make it something real.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of cool. I'm definitely excited to see where it goes.
I'm just excited to see the trailer because I'm excited
yeah.
to see this movie. I know Christopher Nolan is, from what I've heard, but don't count me on this, confirm this yet. He's fighting for the movie to still get released in theaters first and not just do the straight to digital thing we've been seeing lately.
Mm-hmm.
Which that's kind of the way you have to watch Christopher Nolan movies.
Oh
Yeah.
Is in the movie theater.
absolutely. Bravo,
Nothing against seeing it at home or seeing on your phone, whatever. But like to enjoy his movies, you have to try to go see that stuff in IMAX, from what I've heard, or at least in your movie theater.
One of the most beautiful shots I ever saw in cinema, like in the theater, was the scene. One of the scenes from Interstellar where the spacecraft, fuck is it called? The little Endurance is or Endeavor. Yeah, I think it's Endurance. Endurance is flying
Endurance, I
past
think it
Saturn,
was.
and
Yeah.
it's just beautiful. It's one of the only times I've ever been to the theater and gone, holy shit!
Yeah.
Just how beautiful it was.
I love that movie. It's one of my
man,
favorite
you-
movies.
Maybe we should talk it up for another episode. But like, yeah, Nolan stuff is something that's definitely worth the big screen every time.
I have a movie theater in my basement, by the way. I don't know if I told you guys.
Future episode, we watch the movies in Ryan's basement.
Yeah, we could do one of those.
Welcome to Uncle
Live.
Ryan's Tickle Basement.
Oh
Jesus
god.
fucking Christ.
Why my uncle? I'm only 22. Actually, I am an uncle technically, I guess.
Yeah, I was gonna say, aren't you?
Yeah, yeah.
How?
Because I have relatives a lot older than me.
Yeah, I mean, I've known people who became aunts and uncles at like the age 10. Age
Yeah,
10.
I was an uncle when I was like 12, 11 or 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's happens.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Alright.
yeah, I guess we're settling it. I guess we're gonna settle in and crack a look at.
Yeah, so if you want, we can talk about Upload again. I mean, it is a Greg Daniels show. Like, all he does is create great shows. Like, King of the Hill he created, Parks and Rec, The Office, obviously,
Yeah.
and then Space Forces is another show that he
Oh,
created.
yeah, that's coming up.
I
We
mean-
can probably talk about when that comes out. That'll be definitely worth reviewing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've from a young age, like I've always enjoyed The Office. I mean, The Office is also kind of a personal show, like in a weird sense because they're from. I have a lot of family members from the Scranton area. My sister, she went to a university in the Scranton area, so like Scranton's kind of part of that side of the family. And then they did a whole show in Scranton, like Froggy 101, with
Those-
the bumper sticker there.
It was filmed in Van Nuys, so.
Yeah, I know, but
I know, I'm kidding. I just want to
efforts
see your
for
reaction.
Maze on Scene to have it be in Scranton was very well done.
Yeah. No, for sure, yeah.
It's also one of those weird shows that have still really popular. Has like this
Oh, yeah.
very good afterlife of like how long has it ended? Like it ended like 9 years ago, I think. and people-
2012.
Wait, what, The Office?
Really?
Show, yeah, The Office,
Yeah,
like 8 years
2013,
ago.
2012, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, ended like 8 years ago, and it's still super popular.
I mean, when it
I feel
truly
like they're
ended
doing
is
the
when
same
Michael
league
Scott
with
left.
SpongeBob,
When
'cause
Steve
you can
Carell
just
left.
meme the hell out of it.
yeah,
Definitely can do that.
and the same could be said about Parks and Rec too.
Oh,
God,
Parks
there's
and
so
Rec.
much analysis I can do of The Office right now, but we only have 2 minutes and 50 seconds. But the reason why, especially when it was running, like it's like during 2008, the financial crisis, it's just such a good kind of screenshot of like this era of like how working in office is like, because a lot of that's gonna change, and the whole even just like just each individual characters and what they represent, like how Jim, he pretends to look busy all the time, and that's pretty much what working in office is like. You're just trying to look busy for your boss, even though
Yeah.
the amount of work that you can produce is not necessarily, like, you don't constantly produce work. Like you do a task and then you're finished with it. You do another task until you have to wait for stuff to come to you, and it really just shows how silly like office environments are in real life. Like you always have to look busy, and
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, that's
You really
why. Sorry.
no, you're fine. I was just gonna say we could literally devote like an entire hour-long episode of Watch It With Us to just talking about The Office. I think.
Mhm.
If that's the case, then
Probably.
if that's the case, I have to watch every single episode.
Again.
Yeah. That'll be the season finale will be like Office retrospective or something like that.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, you're right. It's definitely worth. I think it's definitely worth like expanding into a full discussion.
There's
Mhm.
definitely a couple think pieces about The Office too, because it's a very fascinating show.
It
Yeah.
is. It's very deep and
Well, it's also a remake of a British.
Yeah.
the American version of a British show.
Ricky
but
Gervais
some
is
may
a
argue
deep
that
dude.
It's more successful than the British show, or just on the same level.
Oh, Matt, you're muted, by the way.
Yeah, I
You're
know.
good?
Just
Okay.
whenever I'm like typing something or replying to
that's
someone
good.
else, it's just out of politeness. It's not because I'm screaming insults at the screen or anything.
All right, we're 45 seconds out, by the way.
But yeah, I mean, I think it's a fascinating exploration of both the zeitgeist of the 2010s, which is also one of my favorite words,
And 2000s,
just like
too.
how a show can become its own, even as adaptation. All right, I'm ready for punching this thing.
Yep, 25 seconds.
All right, just give us a
Yeah.
countdown from 10, Mr. Ryan.
Yes, we'll do that. I'm excited for the show. I hear it's really good, so I
it's good.
can't
I
wait.
hope it's good.
Alrighty, we are at 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, play. Looks like a Viagra commercial.
Does.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, am I on an ad right now, or
This is like South Park making fun of like a Viagra commercial.
It really is.
it honestly reminds me of a hotel up by the presidential range.
And here at BP Gas, we'd like to say, we're sorry.
Adam Sandler.
Transparent screens. Every future thing has a transparent screen.
Oh, that was the Hawaii movie. What was that called again? 30 Dates or 300
something
Dates?
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Someone's gonna fucking die.
I don't think we're gonna have this technology by 2033.
Absolutely not. What are you talking
Yeah.
about? People in the 50s were like, we're going to have flying cars by now, but
Yeah.
I would like the Onion article that was like, we're all we have. I think it's like kids are too fat nowadays for flying hoverboards.
Oh, New
The
York
other thing
City!
what
Look at
I
those
actually like
buildings.
about this is that like the face masks is a
There's
good
no way
touch of,
we-
like a future.
There's no way we have all those buildings in New York in 2033. There's no
Also,
shot.
also New York kind of looks the same, you know.
Yeah, I like shows that do the future realistically. I
Yeah.
enjoy that kind of stuff.
She's obviously a software engineer.
Yeah, I would say she's our protagonist.
Music is so good for coding. I don't understand.
Yeah,
I don't think she's coding though. I think she's just customer service.
Oh, never mind. Oh, that's right. She's talking to people in the afterlife. She's like a customer support.
is he in a car? It was a car.
I love how that dude has it now.
Self-driving. This could be possible. Somewhat. Oh, how sweet would that be?
Ooh, interesting. Look at all those mouses.
Mice.
Mises?
Oh boy. There you go. Ain't that the facts, Jack?
That's the future, man. Just getting cock blocked by your car.
I don't like this future.
Oh, this guy was in Suits, I think. That's where I know him from. Oh, that's pretty sweet. Bike lift.
Taco Bell is the only restaurant to survive the franchise wars.
Chicken quesadillas. Where she's at. Expensive heaven.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Too bad this dude's gonna die, apparently. Oh.
Oh!
She's okay.
Okay.
They dance. They did this in Daddy's Home, too. Or 1. Nice. Oh, that's gonna be awesome.
That seems like a liability.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? You could do this now.
In your Tesla that's about to fucking crash into a telephone pole.
Just jab an orange on the steering wheel.
I actually have a car story related to this. I'll get after the show's over.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever cast this actress nailed the fucking crazy eyes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. Excuse me?
I still think it'll take years for people to be comfortable, like, sleeping in their car like that.
Yeah.
It'll take at least, like, 10 years. Or 5 years.
Oof.
Why won't the car listen to you if you said stop or pull over?
This is the future of
There's a-
self-driving cars.
Does Alexa always listen to you? That's the question.
Yeah, it's not gonna be on like Alexa. Alexa is basic. No,
Did she like just get a new client or something? Oh my god.
it's like Black Mirror, that one episode.
It's gotta be weird looking into people's memories like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some shit I don't want people to see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
This could solve a lot of crimes.
Mm.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because it's like, what if you upload someone who's like, and you get a memory of them doing something very illegal? You know?
Well, I
Yeah.
think they're probably only allowed to look at like stuff to design their face
What
and
would it
everything.
matter? They're dead already, so.
Wow, he was born in 2006. It's funny.
What year does this take place in again?
2033.
Yeah, 2033.
Ooh.
So it's pretty young. 27.
Yeah.
Still doesn't look good. That's mean. Hmm. You might have purposely did that.
Yeah, that's so weird. What the fuck?
Okay. Oh god.
Oh, run!
Look at his
Run,
face.
die.
Have that adrenaline kick in. Just start sprinting out.
Dude, he just had I was born in the wrong generation moment.
I feel like if this was like an actual medical situation, she wouldn't be allowed.
Yeah.
Like they probably would tell her to go wait in the waiting room. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Also, if they were losing him, I don't think they would force him with this many questions.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Classic fork in the road. Mhm.
Jesus Christ.
Mhm. Mhm. Oh, he's from Lost. Oh, never mind. It's not the dude from Lost. I thought he was a dude from Lost.
Yeah, it does kind of look like him though.
Yeah.
Curly, I think his name is.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was his name. Oh.
Oof.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Mm. His hair.
I love the hair tough.
Uh, God right there.
What the hell?
That's scary.
Yeah, no, that's a little weird.
Yeah.
Hmm.
The retro McDonald's stuff.
Jesus Christ. Oh.
Oh, he's from The Office. On the right, the dude on the right. sounds so good. Yikes.
Jesus.
God.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, fuck off.
Mhm. He has made a mistake.
Can I die in the afterlife?
I mean, I assume they can delete you.
I'd imagine as such.
Pube stylist.
I just hear that correctly. Oh my god.
Yikes.
Oh,
Oh boy.
Oh Jesus.
It's like in Drake
Let
and
that
Josh.
sink in, chat.
When a girl tells you love you, it's time to cut and run.
Bolt.
See how far that gets you, Ryan.
Probably pretty far. Mhm. .3D printing food like Star Trek.
Well, there they are.
Maple bacon donuts.
Oh wow.
I'm waiting for the binging with Babish episode on the maple donuts.
Oh, that'll be good.
Now, does he get hungry?
I'm sure they
Yeah,
programmed that into them so they can eat food.
Yeah.
Oh, that maple bacon thing. Oh my god. Mhm. I guess we found the dude's best friend now.
Yep.
The main character.
I would not tolerate this in the afterlife.
Neither would I.
Yeah. Ooh, there's a glitch.
How about to turn to the dark side if I can't get breakfast?
Ooh, 5 bangs.
Oh boy.
Oh god, I would not be able to pee.
Yeah.
Whoa, okay.
See, I could see people doing this, like getting uploaded just so they can do this.
I want the actor to like broke character for a second in the corner.
Yeah. You
That
could
was
like
great.
jump rope with your own pee if you wanted to.
That is a long piss.
That dude is just vibing. The bathroom attendant.
It's you.
Bless you.
Let's see.
Sorry about that. I forgot to mute while sneezing.
It's no problems. I'm pretty sure that's almost impossible.
There are a lot of young people in the afterlife.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can imagine if you died an old person, you want to go essentially get reincarnated as a young person.
Oh, yeah, that's a fair point, actually.
Yeah. Vlogging.
Jesus.
A whole new section of YouTube for content.
Oh boy, can't wait.
Oh, that sucks. Alright, this guy's my favorite character now.
Yeah.
I'm definitely doing that. Wow. That's so funny. It's like a
Oh
video
my
game.
god. Oh, because the chick did that, right?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah. It's all the same dude. It's hilarious.
That dude's making bank right now. I can guarantee you.
It's probably just a program. Yeah. I know that actor from somewhere too. When he was a kid, he's a grown up now.
It's actually really clever how they do the color scheme in this, because the real world is bluish and the upload world is reddish.
Yeah, there's the real world and stuff. He has a cooler temperature.
Yeah, that's smart. That's real smart. That slang's been out of date for 13 years by now.
I love the music to this, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh,
Was
there it
the
is.
relatable part this entire show.
There it is, Dwight Schrute. I wonder what meme culture is gonna be like in 2033.
Honestly, that's something to look forward to for the future.
Why would they leave the data stream like accessible to the quote public like that?
Yeah, that's weird. Now she's gonna fix it.
There we go. That big brother watching you with that voice.
Spence.
Ooh. Oh, what the hell?
Huh?
He definitely got into some type of trouble before he died.
Yeah.
Someone's deleting his
My-
memories.
All right.
Alright, that was the end of the episode.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Okay, I'm gonna state one theory real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was working on a different version of, like, a different, like, I'm not gonna say how it is, a different version of Lakeview. Like, what I'm thinking is something on the lines of maybe it was like a free version of Lakeview, or something that takes down the Lakeview company, or is a competitor of some sort.
Yeah, that's possible. He was and he didn't want to talk about what he was working on with those two dudes, that couple.
That makes sense.
Also,
I thought for a second he legit didn't remember because he did say that, but
No, he
Yeah.
remembered for sure. He
also,
what's that?
weird theory. I think the girlfriend set it up for him to die.
yeah,
Didn't think about that.
yeah.
She seemed pretty like. I mean, she was like kind of fake deficit, I guess you could say, but then she was kind of like with the nurses, like kind of pushy, like, all right, we gotta get him to the scanning
Yeah.
room. So it's like,
Also, was very into the upload. She's very keen on having him uploaded, and also she's very like she said it early on when we first met her. Like her whole family was very attached to the Lakeview brand and everything.
it's
Right.
true.
So that's why I'm thinking like he was working on a competitor for Lakeview. She
Mhm.
knew about it. She already had all this. Her and her family already had like all this money and stuff invested into Lakeview. So she decides, well, let's get rid of the competition. Have him upload it.
To Lakeview, too.
To Lakeview, has all the memories of what he was going to do as a competitor gone. Essentially, kind of just saving her own ass. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's definitely involved. She's definitely kind of psycho a little bit.
You think a little bit? Just a hint?
Yeah.
Just a little
She
bit.
looks like she reminds me of the crazy girlfriend meme.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
fucking nuts.
One of the classic old school.
She's really hot though, so imagine her in bed.
Throwback. But yeah, she's hotter though. This one, I would say.
Yeah. Easily.
Yeah, something's not right about the self-driving car thing. That's just
Yeah.
Oh, so much creepy shit.
Elon
so
Musk
much
would not. Elon Musk would not let such a big error fade his cars.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Yeah, the Tesla's never had any problems.
Look,
No,
I'm
I really
down.
want a Tesla. I'm just kidding.
yeah, I'm down for a Tesla truck. I want like the first models where it looked like a legitimate truck.
Instead of the cheese wedge.
They're probably just gonna let Ford do that.
Also, speaking of the self-driving car thing,
Hmm.
I have a funny story related to that. So, one day I was hanging out. One of my friends comes to pick up me and another friend for sushi. Right, and we're driving down. I'm gonna say it's the New Jersey Parkway. And he
Hmm.
got a brand new car. It's a brand new Honda Civic.
Hmm.
And we're all just chatting in the back seat. And then out of nowhere, he turned full body, looks at us, crosses his arms, no hands on the steering wheel, and just starts talking to us. He's like, Steve, we're like, Steve, what the fuck? He's like, guys, it self-drives for 15 seconds.
No, that's not that's not how it works. So like
Like you could take your hands off for 15 seconds and it like drives for you a little bit.
yeah, so like it's supposed to keep within the lane, but you're still supposed to have your hands on it. It's just
I know,
supposed to
but
help you. Yeah, it's not
it
supposed
was
to do it
supposed to
for you.
freak us out. It's supposed to
Yeah.
freak us out, which successfully he did.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so I really liked like I know Black Mirror explored a lot of this, but if we had such a thing like where you have an afterlife, like would you kill yourself to be in it? Like especially there's also like you'll be in a better afterlife if you have more money. So there's a lot of that too. And there's like, oh, do I even want to live my full life? If my loved one dies, like, do I kill myself? There's a lot of, it's gonna definitely explore a lot of that, I'm sure.
I think the way that they like the actual storytelling and world building that goes on in this show is really, really, really good.
Yeah.
I love when shows do the future, like in a really conservative, casual kind of way. I think that the concept is really clever. I think the acting was pretty good. I think the like even the color balance, it's warmer in the afterlife and it's colder in real life. I love that attention to detail. Really, really nice.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that I disagree with, and the whole concept, and the only thing that bothers me in any way, shape, or form, and this is such a tiny nitpick that I feel bad about saying it,
Mm-hmm.
is the see-through phone screens. That shit is so fucking hard to do. Like the projector type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the afterlife, I can totally understand that because you can simulate whatever the fuck you want. But like in the real, that kind of shit, that's just hard.
Yeah,
Also,
they had
I
it in Black
don't know-
Mirror too.
I don't know if people would like having others see what's on their screen. Like it's already
Yeah.
kind of awkward enough when people are like accidentally look at your phone. I mean, everyone, I'm assuming like they see a bright screen nowadays, they like do kind of like a little glance. But like, imagine just having your full phone screen on display. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, from the other side too.
Well, eventually, when it comes to phones, like your whole OS will just be in the cloud. It will be completely computed in the cloud, which would be pretty cool. And
Well,
then
see, the-
you'll be able to get closer to creating a phone that kind of is like a piece of glass, or doesn't have too much hardware in it.
Yeah, but I thought, I thought this was really like, I love the depiction of the future that this thing came up with.
Mm-hmm. I just
very
don't.
accurate-
I just don't think it's gonna
very
be
accurate.
2033 though.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's just so far fetched. What is that?
Oh yeah,
like,
the
15
idea
years
of like us
down the
living in simulations in the future is
road?
They're not gonna be able to upload your conscience
That's-
into a thing for probably like 100 years, I would say.
Give that a 2060, 2100. I'm not even. Thinking.
yeah, it'll be a
22nd
while.
century.
Yeah, we'll definitely be dead by the time they can do that.
Watch
Well,
us be
that
the
sucks.
last generation this had before we can get uploaded.
But
No,
like,
that would suck.
here's like a problem I have, not necessarily with this show, but just like uh futuristic shows in general, like Black Mirror. It's like if they have this technology, right?
Mhm.
Because like more technology means more problems. At the end of the day, we're only humans. It's not like we're gonna reach like some perfect world. But if they have this technology, they probably have like something close to a general AI, and like imagine all the problems that's gonna cause. Like I feel like there like there's gonna be so many different things to focus on. Like especially like I mean they had robots in there, but a lot of that like jobs getting taken away and
Yeah, I mean, it'd be interesting to see like what the future would be, and I think that I just can't get over how like good the depiction of the future in this thing was. Like that really, it was all very grounded.
it
very,
was
like,
grounded. I agree.
It was like one of
Yeah.
the best. This is probably one of the best depictions of within the next 25 years that I've ever seen. I mean, minus the brain upload thing.
Mhm.
But that certainly has some interesting consequences. Like, why do they keep the bodies around?
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's kind of
Good.
strange. Like reverse Futurama, all like the famous people's heads, but they just have like the body.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Maybe they're gonna like they said they were trying to find a way to like be able to put you back in, so maybe like try to reconstruct your head. I don't know.
Cloning.
If
Lots of
that's the case, then
interpretation.
if that's the case, then why did we just burn off all of the head? Couldn't you just essentially take the brain out, get all the information directly from the brain, and then just put it back in?
Why do they have to like dissolve the fucking head to make the?
Yeah.
Like that's just so weird to me.
They'll probably
I'm
explain
I'm
it
sure it'll
somewhere.
actually play into like. I mean, we only watched season 1. I'm sure it'll play into like the rest of the series at some
Mhm.
point, or like there'll be an element of this that comes back. But it's an interesting choice.
I
Yeah,
don't
this
see
is a-
I don't see this being a super long series in general.
I think it might get 2 or 3 seasons.
Yeah, it's already got
Yeah.
they already announced a season 2.
Yeah.
So
But I think
Yeah.
I think it's a really interesting idea for a show and a really clever like concept to explore, and I enjoy that.
Yeah, it was
Exactly.
I mean, like
I
there
hope this.
are a lot of shows like especially Black Mirror that kind of explore this, but this is like focusing more on the interpersonal relationships than the Black Mirror one. The Black Mirror obviously was more scary and dramatic.
Yeah, this feels like a lighter Black Mirror. This also reminds me of The Good Place in terms of talking about philosophy.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's almost more approachable in a sense than like Black Mirror, like ooh everything bad, technology bad. This is
Yeah.
kind of like sure technology not as bad as you purport it to be.
I mean-
it's an interesting future. It's one that feels relevant. It's one that raises
One
more
that needs
debate.
adjustment too, because
Well,
clearly
all
Nathan
these-
is pretty distraught.
All these
entering
sci-fi
in.
shows are actually like they're serving a really good purpose because we're having
Yeah.
this dialogue now.
Well, that's
This
what I
public
love about
discourse
sci-fi.
now.
That is the key of any great science fiction. Is it does 2 things. It tells a great story, and it gets people talking.
Mhm.
Oh, speaking of art imitating life, life imitating art, you guys know that SpaceX is about to launch a manned mission to it's about to launch its first spacecraft to the International Space Station, right?
And let me say it: American astronauts and an American spacecraft launching from American soil.
Yeah.
That's kind of
Look at the spacesuits from that. Everyone has seen 2001: A Space Odyssey, right?
Yeah.
Look at the spacesuits. Tell me those are not like copies of those spacesuits.
Oh yeah. Ryan, you might want to put this on screen when you're editing, but yeah, no, it's not far off. Well, also 2001 was a phenomenal accomplishment in science, like realistic hard sci-fi, except for the whole Star Child thing. But and the monoliths, of course. But like they really, Kubrick et al. Really put their brains together on that.
I kind of took I took a course called Cult Film, and there was a whole lecture dedicated to dedicated to 2001: Space Odyssey, and it's crazy what they put into it.
Oh my
Seeing how
god!
that there was no, I'm putting it on display here.
Oh yeah, that's a little spacesuit. Yeah,
That's really cool.
All the effort, like they put into it without any computer, like essentially no computer effects whatsoever.
Oh yeah, like all of the rotating, like the centrifuge and the tunnel transfer and that shit is mind-boggling.
Fun fact: what they did for that pen was it was actually an overlay. It was like a filter for the camera was just the image of that pen. So that's how they got it floating. It's
holy shit! I did not know that. Like that. Wow.
Yeah. There's a couple other. It was they built like how they did that like circling walking scene was they put the camera like into the floor. It's I wish I could speak more confidently on what exactly they did for this film, but it's definitely worth watching a documentary about.
Maybe we should put 2001 as a something to watch in the future, because I would totally dig just listening to Rob talk about it for an hour.
Yeah, we'll put that on the list.
Like I think it's worth. It's again like we were talking about. We could do an entire episode on The Office, like literally just talking about The Office as a whole. 2001, we could talk about for an. Oh my god, I love that movie.
Have to give that another viewing to do that.
Yeah, well, we have to watch it, and then we'd have to like just talk about it from.
So in this episode, I just want to kind of steer our way back to upload.
Yeah, sorry.
So the most obvious thing that they're gonna do is there's gonna be a relationship or they're gonna explore the relationship between Nora and Nathan, right?
Yeah, it's Nathan Brown.
And then I'm sure Nora's gonna go through some trouble at work by talking to him too much because he knows her name.
Yeah.
And the most whenever they get to this in the series, when they are in a relationship and Nora wants to be with him, is she gonna kill herself? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she's gonna do that. For my predictions, I think she's definitely gonna use this to kind of keep control of what's the guy's name? Who's the main character?
His last name's Brown. I know
Nathan?
that. Nathan. Yeah. Okay.
Nathan.
Yeah,
She's definitely gonna use that as some way to control Nathan. You already see that with her, like,
Oh
hey,
God, it's
I can keep track of your purchases and all that. I think this is going to divulge into something deeper, which is why I'm probably going to continue watching the show.
Oh, definitely. There's definitely gonna be some mystery to it.
it's so freaking uncomfortable. Like that whole interaction between him and his girlfriend or whatever the hell her name is, like that is so uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Ingrid, yeah, that is just like such a douche chills type shit. Like really goes right down your spine.
Yeah.
God. So I mean, kudos to the actress for playing that so well. Like,
wow. She's fantastic.
I having dated a few sociopaths in my time,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which, in regards to actors, everybody was fantastic.
Yep, everyone was really good.
From shout out to the guy who plays the bellhop for playing.
I know that actor from somewhere. I've seen him when he was younger in some show.
I can actually look that up real quick.
Yeah, please, because it's like kind of bothering me. Let's see. I'm on Prime right now, so I'm trying to look at the cast.
They have the X-ray version.
Owen Daniels. Is it Owen Daniels? His name sounds familiar too. What was he in? And then the guy who plays Jordan was in Suits. I remember that. He was the guy at the beginning when they were having Thanksgiving with the bike.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was great acting. I'm sure
Owen Daniels, he's referred to as AI guy. He was in Bridesmaid. He was in The Office.
The Office, yeah, he was a kid in The Office. Boom. There it is.
The Office.
That makes so much sense.
Because Greg Daniels. Youth and Consequences. He was also in Family Guy, apparently.
He's crushing it.
Yeah,
he was David Wallace's son in The Office, right?
I wouldn't remember.
I think where have I seen? I think he was David Wallace's son, which is pretty cool. Like he's still crushing it in these shows. Good for him. What else? I'm sure there's definitely a mystery in this show.
Yeah, I think his death is definitely a little
fishy,
sus, to say the least.
Yeah, and
crazy girlfriend. You know, the line about the one guy that he met that basically said something to the effect of they never crash, or like they're never supposed to do that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit sus.
There's also the scene where Nora's looking through his memory and the file was corrupted.
Oh yeah,
and they were outside a bank or something talking about investments. So he could have been getting investments for his new software. It could have been new Afterlife. So
that's what I'm thinking. It's going to be a competitor to Afterlife, maybe just a free version of it for everybody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a solid theory.
I really can't wait to see when the friend comes back into play. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to see it. I mean, I would probably watch more of this. I would definitely say. I'm definitely intrigued enough.
We can watch more together, or we can watch separately, and we can just do a video talking about it. Yeah. We can do separate.
I think.
Yeah, I think do every few episodes, maybe. You know.
I mean, there's only 10 episodes, I think. Hold on.
Yeah. It'll only take half a day to watch.
10.
So what we can do is we can watch. We can figure out an amount, and then Sunday we could do like a little mini podcast, like an hour, talking about what we saw so far. Yeah, it's a good show. I'm really I'm excited that it came out at this time.
I walked into this with no expectations and still had a pleasant surprise. So
Hmm.
Yeah, exactly. I guess been seeing commercials for it on TV and thinking it's a pretty cool concept.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is
this
how I
is
first heard about it.
genuinely
Was on TV. I had no idea that Greg Daniels was. I knew he was doing Space Force. Or at least I think that's his show he's doing. I knew about Space Force for a long time.
I'm kind of looking forward to Space Force. Actually, not gonna lie.
Me too. No, I'm definitely looking forward to it. I also love the Orville too. So I hope that doesn't take away too much attention from the Orville.
Yeah.
But it probably will, because it's gonna be on Netflix too. Well, the Orville's on Hulu now, which is pretty sweet. You don't have to worry about episode limits, like time limits.
Yeah, sorry. I'm just reading through like the episode descriptions right now.
Mhm.
Yeah. See where this goes.
Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to this. To seeing more of this and seeing where the story goes and seeing what happens in season 2.
All right.
So yeah, anyone want to express final thoughts? Because I think I'm pretty much getting ready to wrap up here. I don't have anything else to add.
Yeah, I think this is a good time to wrap up. Unless if Rob, you have something to say.
Yeah. I mean, I again would recommend this show.
I would recommend this show
so far.
For
Yeah,
sure.
I would also recommend. Oh, that's right. That's the thing we could do recommendations. I would give the show so far probably a 7 rated out of 10. Really nicely done, really entertaining, held my attention for all 45 minutes.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it about the same 7 and 8. Good first episode.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Definitely gonna give it like a 7.5. It was really good. It's got a lot of potential.
Yep. I'm gonna give it.
so-
I'm gonna give it a solid 7.5 or 8.
Yeah, so I guess the consensus across the board is 7 8 out of 10. Go watch this thing. Definitely worth your time.
Mhm.
Provided no stupid plot twists happen in the second half of the season, because god damn it, that screwed me so many times on shows that I like.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for watching this with us, and
Yeah, we really appreciate it.
if you're out there, and I know some of you are, just comment on it. Let us know if you want to watch us or to see us watch another one, because we can always do that. But yeah, we really enjoy this, and we'll definitely have more content about this show in the future.
Maybe we'll do that drive-in theater episode soon too.
Ooh, yeah,
Yeah,
so
we'll
many
see how this
possibilities.
goes.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Let my other hosts say their goodbyes too.
Adios.
And farewell.
Take care. Avita say.
Wash your
Wash your
hands.
hands.
Cover your
Got me
face.
there, Rob.
Office. Yeah, wash your hands, guys. Pandemic time.
6 feet apart, like it's a middle school dance.
Hmm.
Oh, that was good. That was good.
Thank you. All right, that's it.
All right, we'll see you guys later.
Yeah.
Bye.